Okay, so you're going to use a thumbnail.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a thumbnail out of this.
Okay.
Oh man, that couple's out here too.
Okay. I mean, you can't.
How's it look from that angle?
It still looks fine.
Okay, I think I'm good. I gotta be honest with you guys. Buying an 03 Cobra at 17 to 18 years old was not a very financially intelligent move on my part. I could have put my money into an appreciating asset and I could have been racking in the dollars all these years, yo. Actually, I don't know, probably not, but I put my money into a depreciating asset known as the 2003 Mustang Cobra, i.e. Terminator Cobra. And I know a lot of you guys are in the situation where you're 17 to 21 years old and you're thinking about investing a lot of your hard-earned dollars in a Terminator Cobra because it's an awesome car. It's easy to make over 500 horsepower. It sounds really cool. It's got this nostalgic feel of an old muscle car. It's like the old muscle car of our day. And you want to put your money in it. You want to put your dollars into that. And so I know a lot of you guys look up to me as like, oh, this is the guy with the car that I want to buy. He's got the dream car of mine that I want. And so, yeah, I wanted to make a video kind of showing you guys that buying an 03 Cobra at your age is not a smart financial decision. It's a great emotional decision, but a terrible financial decision to buy an 03 Cobra between the ages of 17 to 21. It just is not it's not a financially smart decision, and this is a video explaining 5 reasons why buying an 03 Cobra is financially a really bad idea. Okay, so number 1, if you're 17 years old, you know that an 03 Cobra is probably the only muscle car you can buy and get 500 horsepower for under $20,000. You're just not gonna find that anywhere else unless you get a Honda and put a 5.3 Chevy motor in it and turbo it, and then that would not be as cool as an 03 Cobra. The problem is that if your first car has 500 horsepower, you might actually wreck that car because you don't know how to handle that much power because you've never driven a car with any amount of horsepower because this is your first car. If it's your second car, you've only driven a car with 300 horsepower. Your next car has 500 horsepower and it spins through first and second gear. You might just hit a crowd. That's expensive. Secondly, I know you can get 23 miles per gallon in the 03 Cobra on the highway. It says that on the manual when you get the car. It says you can get 23 to 24 miles to the gallon highway. But here's the thing, bruh. You're not gonna be driving on the highway in 6th gear under 2,000 RPMs. No, you're gonna be in 3rd gear, driving up and down the boulevard, the main street, and eventually in 3rd gear at 4,000 RPMs this entire time. You're gonna end up at Cookout with the bros. And you're gonna stay there until like 12 a.m. Then you're gonna go out at 12 a.m. and cruise again with the bros. Just sitting at 3,500 RPM, cooking it, waiting for a Honda to pull up beside you so that you can blow that Honda off the road and be like, yeah, Terminator, bitch. Yeah, that shit's expensive. You just spent like $50 in gasoline. 93 octane is not cheap, my bro. Yeah, you thought you were gonna be chilling in 6th gear on the interstate, but you're not chilling in 6th gear on the interstate. You're in 3rd gear at 4,000 RPMs on the main street with the boys, just feathering it. All the Camaros and the Hondas, like, bro, look at me. I got an 03 Cobra. Want to hear me feather it in 3rd gear so they can hear the blower whine a little bit? That's how it goes when you get an 03 Cobra and you're 18 years old. That's just how it happens. You're on Main Street feathering it with your boys beside the Hondas and the Camaros and the 18-year-old girls, and you're like, look, I get an 03 Cobra, you thirsty? I think it might. 03 Cobra and just get a pulley and a tune and a cold air intake and a cat back, and then you're Gucci. That's all the money you're gonna spend for the next couple of years. No, you might think you're gonna spend $2,000 in the next year, but really what's gonna happen is 2 years and $10,000 later, as you realize that your sweetheart is now breaking up with you over your car obsession that you dump all your money into, and since you're dumping all your money into this car, you can't afford to pay for the wedding venue or the wedding ring or the wedding dress or the wedding anything, because all your money is in your 03 Cobra and not your future wife that you just lost because of the Cobra. At that point, you'll realize that owning an 03 Cobra is actually pretty expensive. On paper, it seems like a good bang for your buck car, and it is. It is. That 03 Cobra might end up replacing your wife, at least financially. Number 4 is this. If you buy an 03 Cobra with about, give or take, 60,000 miles, you might get it for about like $18,000, $20,000-ish. You get it up in mileage, you're gonna get some depreciation. You're gonna lose some value there, especially if you mod the car. If you mod the car, you do value the car even more than if you don't mod the car. And I know you're gonna mod the car. Nobody buys an 03 Cobra to keep it original, to keep it stock. Nobody does that, especially not you. You're gonna mod the shit out of it, and so it's gonna depreciate a lot. 03 Cobra is a depreciating thing. It is not an appreciating asset, unless you're a YouTube creator like Dave Patterson or Derek Barron. Let's say you get the car for $60,000 for 20,000. Whoa, 60,000, good God. I hope the Cobra's not $60,000. I wouldn't pay that. Let's say you get the car for $20,000, 60,000 miles, and then you drive the balls off of it, and a couple years later, why are you going so slow? Jesus, I almost rear-ended you, good God. Anyways, a couple years later, you've driven the absolute balls off of your Cobra, and you're now at 130,000 miles, just like me. Now your Cobra is worth like $13,000 to $14,000, maybe even $12,000. You've just lost like $8,000 due to depreciation. So here's what I recommend: when you buy the car, use a 5-year tax write-off. So for the 5 years that you have, finance the car for 5 years, right? Finance the car for 5 years, and every year when you pay your taxes, write off the depreciation on your taxes as a depreciating asset, as a loss, because it is a loss. You're losing money there. You can write this off on your taxes. Make sure you use depreciation and not mileage, because if you use mileage and you buy a car with lower mileage and put a lot of miles on it, you're gonna lose a lot more money if you're just writing off the miles as opposed to the depreciation over the 5 years. You can depreciate your car for 5 years. I didn't know this when I got this car, but it already had I bought this car for 97,000 miles, so it was already pretty far into the depreciation. That's the other thing, buy a higher mileage Cobra. If you're a young, like 18-year-old dude, don't spend everything you've got in your life on a $20,000 Cobra with 60,000 miles, because you're gonna lose like 6,000 to 8,000 of that anyways through depreciation. And you're gonna lose another 6,000 to 8,000 through mods. I'm sorry, my Cobra has a very squeaky clutch. Okay guys, I'm almost to the gym. And so here's the 5th and the final reason that buying a 2003 to 2004 Cobra, Terminator Cobra, is not a good idea financially. So if you put $16,000 to $20,000 into an 03 or 04 Cobra, you're buying a depreciating asset. You're buying something that's going to lose a lot of money. It's not going to make money for you. It's not going to help you with your future wife or your future kids. You're going to lose money because of purchasing this car. And you're setting yourself up at a young age to make bad financial decisions, with the 03 Cobra being the first bad decision that you've made financially your whole life. But here's the thing about us car guys, or car girls, or car illegal, or or car unidentified people that don't identify as gender. I'm including all of you people, okay? So here's the thing. We don't buy cars like Cobras. We don't buy cars like this because we're trying to be financially smart. We're not thinking with our finances. We're thinking with our hearts and with our emotions. And this car is not an investment in your bank account or in your future. Actually, it is an investment in your future. But what I'm saying is, this car is not an investment in your future. It's not going to bring you money. This car is not going to do anything for you financially. This car is an investment in pure happiness. This car is investing in your mental well-being. This is going to make you happier. If you want an 0304 Cobra and you're 18 years old and you can afford it, and you might even use it to make YouTube videos, buy it. Buy it. This is one of the best decisions I've ever made. It's made me more happy than almost anything that I've ever spent money on. Literally is a really stupid move financially. It doesn't make sense. I could have spent all this money on investment properties or camera gear or whatever else. I could have put a down payment on a house, but how much happiness would that house bring me? I'm 24 years old. I don't want a house right now. I want to keep moving around. I might not be in Gastonia my whole life. It's not smart for me because I don't know if I want a house right now. So if you want an 03 Cobra and you want it in your heart, you're not buying it because of someone else. You're buying it because you want a car like this, and it'll make you really happy. And you dream about it. You think about it. You've thought about the day of what it's going to feel like to buy this car. Buy the damn car. It will be the best investment decision you've ever made in your entire life because you'll be so damn happy to have this thing. And it's not about anybody else or what anyone wants you to have. It's about what you want, and you're going to get it. Oh, my hair is messed up. But guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you got any enjoyment, any laughs, any giggles out of this video, please drop me a like. That helps a lot. I want to keep making these videos for you guys, but it takes a lot of time to do this and be a full-time filmmaker. I'm actually going to do a shoot as soon as I leave the gym. So if you like the video, please leave me a like, smack that like button, massage that like button, lightly tap it however you like to do your thing with the like button. Just get that like button. It helps me out a lot to make more videos. Comment, say something. That also helps the YouTube algorithm to be like, dang, Jordan, you're doing good. We're gonna boost your video. And obviously, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click the notification bell so that you can be hit, so that you know that your phone will be like, ding ding, Jordan put out a new video with the Cobra, yay. And yeah, I will see you guys next video. Have a fantastic day. All love, nothing but love. Let's spread the love and positivity, especially in the car community. The car community needs more love and positivity and less judgment. Stop judging each other. Do what you want with the car that you want, and don't judge anyone else that's different. Bye.